Hello everyone, welcome here to another live. Today we are going to talk about karmic relationships. I'm going just to turn off the music now. How are you all doing? How is this Mercury retrograde been? It's been hard, isn't it? Every time I see Mercury retrograde coming, I know it's going to be 3 tough weeks. especially people that have a communication karma. That is my case. Normally, I think people with like a communication issue feel more Mercury retrograde. So yeah. If you've been struggling a little bit during these 3 weeks, this is the last one of Mercury retrograde. Know that you are not alone, okay? Because it's been like that to a lot of people. A lot of things popping out. Okay, so today we are going to talk about karmic relationships. And I'm going to read the topics of what we are going to talk about. So first I will talk about what is a karmic relationship, then the signs that you have a karmic relationship with someone, and then what to do in a karmic relationship. So first thing, what is a karmic relationship? A karmic relationship, it's when two souls shared a moment in time in a past life that was significant. So it can be a long time or a short time in a past life, but it needs to be significant. I will give you an example. Imagine that in a past life you knew the coffee shop owner of your village, but you didn't share anything significant with them. So probably if you meet them in this lifetime, you are not really going to recognize that soul. So we say that two people are in a karmic relationship when the time that they passed in a past life together, long or short, was significant. And there is 3 types of past lives. There is the good, sorry, not the past lives, 3 types of karmic relationships. There is the good karmic relationships, the bad karmic relationships, and the other one that I call the incomplete karmic relationships. And I will explain you one by one what this means. So let's start with the good karmic relationships. They are a bit easier. So imagine that in a past life you were like falling down a waterfall and someone catches you and saves your life on that moment. This will create a good karmic relationship. And when you meet that person in this life, you feel so good with them. You feel like you know them since ever. You feel like you recognize them. You want the best for them. You want to help them the best you can. So a good karmic relationship is very powerful as well. And it can be romantic, but it doesn't need to be romantic. It can be with friends. You feel like you love that friend, like you want the best for them. You feel so good when you are with them. And there is a sign that is common in all of the karmic relationships. The good, the bad, the incomplete. That is, you feel you know that person since ever. Maybe you know them like for a week. But it feels like, oh my God, I know this person. It's not only a week. I know this person like longer than this. That is definitely a sign that this is a karmic relationship. But then, of course, there is the good, the bad. So yeah, the good ones are amazing. Okay, it's really a good karma, because if you are born with someone that you have a good karmic relationship, it's amazing, really. But then there is the opposite as well. There is the bad karmic relationships. I'll give you an example because I think with stories and examples is a bit easier to understand. Imagine that in a past life you were a soldier in a battle, and you are fighting against the opposite army, and someone from the opposite army comes and kills you there. So the last thing that you saw on that past life was that person's face killing you. And this, of course, will create bad karma between you two. And normally, this is very interesting, normally people that were enemies in a past life, normally, or they can come as family members, as a mom and son, or mom and daughter, or like parents and children. And this is because there is no stronger connection than parents and children. So when life knows that there is something here to solve, to heal, what life does is, okay, let me put these two together, and they come as mom and daughter or son, because there is like a strong connection. So these people that are born in these conditions, or even siblings, they won't be able to get away from those kind of emotions that comes when they are with that other person. So it feels like is the last life strategy of making these two together to heal and solve what needs to be healed. And because this time they can't definitely escape it, isn't it? But the same happened with sometimes romantic relationships, okay? You can fall in love and that person was your enemy in a past life. I will read you the signs that of a bad karmic relationship. So normally people feel like a disproportional anger towards that person. Sometimes they feel they don't like that person for no reason, or sometimes when there is a reason, the anger that we feel towards that person is bigger than what they did to us in this lifetime. Okay, so basically there is no midterm in these relationships. Someone just decided to wash the window now. Okay, that's Mercury retrograde. We are okay with it. And so yes, bad karmic relationships, there is no midterm. People can really hate each other. Okay, and normally also you hate that person without a reason, and they activate the worst in you. If you have someone in your life, friend or family members, anything, that you feel that you have a bad karmic relationship with them, you will notice that doesn't look like a family relationship. It looks like there is a war in that house, and you will see that some people, their family doesn't feel like a family, it feels like a war. And to those people, I really would advise to do a past life regression to see what happened, to heal, to try to understand what's going on. So those are the bad karmic relationships. And then we have the incomplete karmic relationships. And I'll explain you. So imagine that in a past life, there was a couple, and the man leaves to war. Okay, so this is a woman, this is a man, he leaves to war, and he dies in the war. Before, there was no phones, internet, whatever. Okay, so this woman is there waiting for this person, never hears again from this person, doesn't know exactly what happened, so is always waiting, but at the same time is losing hope, is suffering for years until she also passes away. When they come back to life, imagine if they meet again, this person, the one that suffered all of that pain, they miss so much this one, As soon as they see this person, they're like, oh my God, like they feel like that passion, they feel like they were waiting for them for so long, they want to be with them, they love them deeply. But sometimes what happened is, as this person passed away, it didn't suffer what this person suffered. Sometimes they meet in this lifetime and this one doesn't recognize this one. So it's very difficult for this person here. And sometimes is what we call a one-way relationship. You see someone that loves the other one and the other one's like, yeah, you know, well, it's not really their fault. Like they really don't recognize that person. So and these ones, they are very common. And I will read you the signs that you might have, like what we call incomplete karmic relationship. So first is the same and is common to all the three. That is, you feel you know that person since ever, much longer than what you actually know the person for. And then you miss that person a lot when you are not with them. You feel complete when you are with that person. And you can feel disproportional anger towards that person or disproportional affection towards that person. So the person doesn't give you anything back, but you still love them and you're still there wanting to be with them. So again, there is really no midterm in these relationships. Normally I say these people, they cannot be together and they cannot be apart. So when they are apart, they miss so much each other, and when they are together, it's like a battle every day. Like they argue, they fight all the time, but then when that person leaves, it's a pain, it's awful. Because especially to this one that recognized that one, because this person is feeling like a part of their bodies is also going with them, because there is history behind. Then you can't let go of that person. So like breaking up with this person is very, very painful and hard. And you also feel, or you can feel that you have unfinished business or business, I never know this word, unfinished business with this person. Okay, so this is what we call incomplete karmic relationships. And I think between the good, the bad, and the incomplete, I think the bad and the incomplete, they are, of course, the hardest ones to deal with. The incomplete ones is very hard for this person that misses that one and the other one is not like giving anything back, or doesn't give as much back as this person wanted, doesn't feel exactly the same. And the bad karmic relationships are very hard as well. They can activate loads of different anger, frustration, pain. So solutions for this, that's what we want, isn't it? So what to do? Normally life asks two things: or reconciliation or distance. Imagine that example of the mom and the son, mom and daughter, but each case is different, okay? Don't assume that this is the same to everyone. In those cases that they have like really bad karmic relationships, sometimes life puts the mom and the son together just to create peace between these two, to deal emotionally with what was left to deal with, to go through all of those pains and to try to make peace together. Sometimes, like other times, life asks for distance. So imagine, especially in that one that was the incomplete one, or sometimes imagine that the girl in a past life liked this one and they really liked each other, but she was the daughter of someone really important, and the dad comes and separates these two. So they were brutally separated. In this lifetime, if these two meet again and is not a good relationship, life might ask to distance, but in a willingly way. So not as brutal as was in a past life, but these two souls to recognize, okay, we are not good together, let's live in peace and willingly separate ourselves. So the way to find out, it's through meditation, okay? There is different meditations you can do to try to find out if that person is a bad karmic relationship, or incomplete karmic relationship, and what you should do in that specific case, because different people have different things to do. And of course, in the good karma one, it's amazing, it's a blessing, it's a good karma, so you earn that. So if you have someone in your life that is a good karmic relationship, you just enjoy it, okay? What I would advise for you to do maybe is make a list and write on one side, I'll show you here, like good karmic relationships, and then you write down the people that you think you have a good karmic relationship with. Then bad karmic relationships, and then you write down, all right, here, good, bad, and then incomplete. Okay, really simple like that. Okay, and then what you can do is you write down the name of the person, and then you can put a score in the front. So like imagine good mom, and you write like from 0 to 10, oh, it's 8, amazing. Then bad husband, how bad it is, 10 or 7. And then incomplete, you can put how much that person makes you suffer, if you are the one that is more like willing to have the relationship than them, and how much does that person makes you suffer, like 7. Okay, and then you can ideally what you would do is you would meditate to each one of the relationships to find out, what do I need to do? This is to try to make peace with this person, is to say no to this person and distance myself from this person. So I think is a good example. All right, I think it's all. Does anyone has any questions that would like to ask? I'm sure you already heard me saying this, but I build up anxiety and past lives course. So if you want to take a look, the link, it's on my Instagram. I think from the people that they are seeing like good results and they are loving it. So I just want to let you know that exists, not making you buying anything or selling. I don't really like to sell, but I feel like it's important because I want you to know that if you are a person that suffers with anxiety and you want to do something about that, you already tried all of the conventional treatments, no improvement, I want you to know that possibility exists of doing that course. All right, so if there isn't any questions, so Mercury retrograde is one more week in here, so be strong. And when I say be strong, it's not in the sense of like toughen up, don't feel it, it's nothing like that, okay? It's the complete opposite. This week, like internally, has been a bit tough for me, and what I do is, as soon as I feel like my heart heavy, I feel like discomfort, what I do is like I go to my room, I sit down and I give a good cry, which is a relief. And when we cry, normally we activate a lot of densities in our heart. Not that we attract those densities, but we activate the ones that are here. So there is an exercise that I teach the people that normally do consultations with me, that is, imagine an imaginary Hoover, vacuum cleaner in front of your heart, and after a cry, try to imagine like that density going to that Hoover, for that density, oh my god, this Mercury retrograde is like, for that density that is activated in your heart, not staying there. Okay, so that's the trick. Cry, feel the pain, be strong, feel the pain, and then clean it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Karen. Hi, you an angel. Well, if there is no more questions, I think I'm going. I think I'll be here next week again. I will then let you know about the subject that we are going to talk about. And thank you so much